Hey everyone, and welcome back to Ellemas. So as you can see by today's title, today's video is my everyday glam, which is this. It is actually probably about 7:20 in the morning, and I decided to go ahead and just film this with the light that I use to get ready. It does make my face look a lot paler than like my neck and my hands, but it's because the light is so bright. But yeah, I thought the only way I'm going to get through Ellemas around working every day is actually filming things when I can. So I got up this morning. This is the first time I've spoke because the video is going to be a voiceover. I got up, got ready, and yeah, I filmed myself putting on my face. My lip is still swollen, you will see that, and all my bruises in the Get Ready With Me, but I'm always more swollen when I wake up in the morning anyway, and then I even out throughout the day. It's really weird. But yeah, my everyday glam is really simple. I'm pretty sure I've kept this in real time. I'm planning to anyway. But yeah, if you'd like to see how I do my everyday glam, it's really simple, then just keep on watching. Okay, so here I am, freshly dressed and washed. So first, I always do my eyes. So I take the Tarte Shape Tape and just put that on my eyelids. I really love this as my eye base. I've literally not used an actual primer in probably like a year. I just love a concealer. So I just spread that on using my foundation brush. And then I usually set it with my first eyeshadow. So the one I'm using today is the Morphe 35R, and then I'm just going to take the light cream shade in there and dust it all over the top of where I put that concealer. Once I've done that, I'm going to take my tape. So I've converted to using tape every day just because it really makes it so much easier, and I can just fly through my makeup in the morning, and my eyes are usually pretty even. Because I've literally been doing this so much, I've lost the technique really of freehanding it. I can still freehand, but it's just so much easier to use the tape, and I just love how sharp it is, and yeah, it just looks really good. So I just place the tape on, and then I'm just grabbing 2 eyeshadow brushes. On the daily, I tend to stick to 2 or 3 eyeshadows, which I know for some people is still probably a lot, but yeah, I used to go ham on the daily, but I've definitely tried to keep my makeup a little bit more lighter. So I'm just going to take a light brown shade. This was back when Morphe didn't name their palettes, so there's no names. So I always use like a medium, like a light brown, a medium, and then an even darker. That's just what I do. If I'm feeling a really light day, I'll just stick to a light and a medium, but today I was doing like light, medium and dark, so you can just see the 3 shades that I used. The first 2 shades I used the same little brush, which is a Sigma, I want to say it's an E25, and I just really focus that on my crease and quite high up, because the darker shade I do keep really in the socket and really close to the tape. And then I'm just taking the one that's above the one that I've just put in the crease and repeating literally what I just did. But whereas I took the first brown shade quite high up to my brow bone, this one I keep in the crease and a little bit higher than the crease, and then the final shade is literally in the socket and in the corner, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And that's when I switch brushes, and this is actually the brush that you get in the Urban Decay Smoky palette. This brush is my favourite brush. I'm going to say it, it's my favourite brush. So as you can see, focusing it on the outer corner, and then once I've really put it in the socket, that's when I bring it all the way across, because I like everything to be really blended, and just, even though I'm using tape, I don't really like a harsh line. So before I apply my eyeliner, I do curl my lashes. I don't know if this is just me, but my eyelash curler always pulls off my eyeliner. Weird, I don't know. So yeah, I curl my lashes and then I put on my eyeliner. just makes my life so much easier. So I think after I curled my lashes, I realised that I didn't stick the tape the best on the other eye. So before I applied my liner, I decided to move it just because it would have been poking up higher than my other one. I didn't check it this morning and I don't know why, I usually do. My eyeliner is like really dry, so it's on its way out. I need a new eyeliner. Don't know why I've not bought one yet. I just keep on attempting to make it work. So as you can see, I'm just moving that before I put the wing on, because I realised it was going to look awful. So all I did was just got that brush and just added the eyeshadow on. I hadn't wiped it clean, so there was some still on there, and it did blend. You can't even tell the difference. Again, I just thought I'd leave that in because I keep my videos very real, and I'm not going to make it look like I made absolutely no mistakes, because I'd been awake for about 10 minutes and I was still really tired. My face looks so funny. So now I've fixed that, I can put on, oh well, still blending. Thought I was ready to put on my wing. So yeah, like I said, this eyeliner is so dry, so I decided to pull out the nib and flip it around in the hope that it would be easier to use, because it's literally dying and it's so annoying. I used my friend's fresh eyeliner on Saturday and I was just like, oh, I'm so jealous. Need me a new eyeliner. It's going on my Christmas list. So finally, I can get my wing on. So sometimes I do it all the way across, sometimes I just do half, sometimes I do it thin, sometimes I do it thick. Really depends on what I'm feeling that day, if I'm honest. Today I just did a normal thickness, I guess, and I just did it all the way across. Yeah. If you don't want a wing, don't do a wing, but if you do want a wing, do a wing. I've never not done a wing though. I think I've tried it once and I didn't like it. And here I'm just trying to even it out on my eyelid, because it is dry, like I've said a million times. It like just pulls a little bit and it just doesn't make it be a perfectly straight line, and it's really annoying. But again, I'm just having to live with it. So I think they're pretty much as even as they're going to be. I mean, my eyes are far from symmetrical, so I don't know why I always try. So I just remove the tape and then it's time to put something on that face. And let's get those bruises covered. I'm just checking the wings. And one needs a little bit more. It'll do. So my foundation of choice today is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Concealer foundation. I have like three foundations on rotation? 4 foundations? I'm not sure. Yeah, I just pick a different one. For the longest time I was just using the Urban Decay All Nighter, and then all last week I used the Dermacol foundation, but today I went with the Clinique. So yeah, I'm just gonna buff that on to my face using the Real Techniques multitask brush. It's just so much quicker to use a brush than a sponge, I find. And as you can see, that nicely covered up my bruise. But just to make sure it fully disappears, I'm gonna put some concealer over the top too. So once I've got my foundation on, I just get the remains of the concealer that I'd left around the lid and put that on. I'm in love with the Tarte Shape Tape. I realised yesterday I didn't put a lot of foundation on my head, and it's like my freckles were showing through, and it just looked so random because the rest of my face was flawless and then my forehead had freckles on it. So I'm just going to dab that in. I use the marble brush from Real Techniques and I love this. I don't bring that as close to my lash line as I used to, just because my under eyes have started to crease and it's really annoying. So I literally just bring it up to where my eye usually creases, and where you see me pulling there, that's me like pulling it away from that crease, just because no matter what I do, it just creases. It's because I'm 25 now. I'm going to set that using the banana shade from the NYX 3-Step to Sculpt. I do love this powder, however when I used it this morning I hit pan and I've literally not had it that long, so I'm just kind of like, why did NYX's powders run out so quick? And that's me giving it evils because I'm like, I've hit pan on you already, what? Then I'm going to set the rest of my face using the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. And you'll see I literally just dab my brush in this because I hit pan in that so quick as well. And I don't know if it's because I like applied too much powder or what, but I haven't got time for them to be running out as quick as what they do. But luckily this does work if you literally just tap your brush in it like I do. It does the job. Now I'm just going to add some bronzer, and I'm using the Tarte, I don't know, I can't remember the name of this bronzer, but yeah, I either use that one or I use the NYX matte bronzer. Today I went with this one. It has been my go-to since I got it. I absolutely love the smell of it. It's delicious. On my nose, around my mouth, on my jawline, everywhere, just bronze up the whole face. And then for my contour, I'm going to use the darker shade in 3-Step to Sculpt. Literally just dab my brush in it because it's so pigmented, and it is like every day, so I don't want to be looking like I've chiseled my face. That's only on a night out. And I put it a little bit on my temples just to like connect it all. Like I said, I really don't like harsh lines. I like everything to be like overly blended. And I put a little bit under my bottom lip. And then I'm going to do my brows, and I'm using the Iconic London Brow Cushion in the shade Medium. I just use the little brush that comes in it, so I just take the darker shade, draw a line all underneath my brows. I had a stray hair. And then I like push up the product into the brow. I take the lighter shade, draw some fake hairs at the front, and then connect to the top. And then just do the same on the other one. I think I have a review. Well, I have filmed a review for this. I'm not sure which Ellemas it is, but I go into depth on my opinion and how I film my brows in using it in that video. I probably could have kept it out of this video if I was honest, but yeah, I decided to leave it in. I don't like it when people do videos and they've already got like the eyebrows done, or they go off to do the eyebrows. I'm like, that's part of your makeup, just let us see. So I did the left one a bit darker, so just adding a bit more to the other, and then I'm just like, I don't like when I did the tail, so I do end up removing that. It's just a little bit too sharp and my brows are not pointy or very full even. So now I'm just going to take the lighter shade that I use and just run that underneath my lash line, the lower lash line. I used to do like the same as what I did on the top and the bottom, but I'm really liking keeping barely anything on the bottom, especially for the daily. It just looks more natural, I guess you could say, even though it's not natural, but it's definitely more natural than what I used to go for. And it also just powders where my crease would appear underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to apply MAC's blush in Warm Soul. So pretty. I'm back on using a blush. I abandoned them for a little while, but I'm back on them. And then my highlighter of choice today is, of course, Champagne Pop. I was going to use the one that came in 3-step to sculpt, but I was like, no, I'm going to use Champagne Pop today. It was still pitch black outside, by the way. The sun didn't even come up till about 8 o'clock. And I lie, I want to put some Champagne Pop in my crease. The sun's not even out today. I don't know why I said it came up. It's not out. It's still grey. Just trying to find my mascara. The one I chose to use today is, I think it's the Rimmel Colorist. And I literally put the lightest layer on. Again, trying to keep it somewhat natural for an everyday look. I could barely even put a lot on my lower lashes. I usually really coat them up because they get really long and nice, but keeping my makeup #lols on the lighter side. There's some people this is probably like enough for a night out, but yeah, I used to wear a lot more. And then it's time for my lips. Today I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi. I cannot wait for the swelling to go down. Hopefully another 2 days and I'll be back to normal. So yeah, that's my face. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!